That's right. Yeah, we are just a few feet actually from that press conference that is still happening. But I'll tell you, we've only been here for a few minutes and it feels heavy. You can see the emotion from everybody here, all of those different law enforcement agencies involved, as well as the mayor speaking just moments ago. Definitely emotional, a very emotional environment. And so here's what we've learned just moments ago from this press conference is we do know that this all happened around 1:30. A U.S. Marshal's Task Force was trying to serve a warrant for a convicted felon who was in possession of a firearm, trying to serve that warrant. And when that happened, as soon as they got on the scene, they started receiving some gunfire. So they do know that one person was in front of the residence and was shooting. That person was shot and was found dead. And then there was additional gunfire after that from inside of the home here in East Charlotte. To give you an idea, we're about a mile away from that home. And part of the reason why is because there was still active gunfire for quite some time. So they wanted to make sure that media and anyone who was trying to get information about this incident was far away from it at the time. It was cleared just about an hour ago. And we do know, as you heard earlier today, 8 of those law enforcement officers were shot. We know that 3 of them from the U.S. Marshal's Task Force were shot and killed. We know that 4 Charlotte-Mecklenburg police officers were shot. One of them is in critical condition. They shut down some roads around this area actually around that time so that they could get ambulances to the hospital more quickly. A lot of those roads have reopened at this point, but that gives you an idea of how serious this was when it was going on. Still waiting to learn more about the specific details there. We do know 2 additional people who were inside that home. They were taken into custody for questioning. Still waiting to learn more about their connection to this. We do know that the police department does believe that there were 2 shooters involved in this scene, and we know 1 person was found dead. So again, still working to get some more information there. We did hear from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg police chief to give us some of this information, Chief Johnny Jennings, and here's a little bit of what we heard from him today.
Tragically, there were 3 members of the U.S. Marshal's Task Force who were pronounced deceased, and there were 4 CMPD officers who were shot, one being in critical condition who is now in the hospital fighting for his life.
And so just to clarify, there are a total of 8 law enforcement officers shot, 4 of them from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, 4 of them from the U.S. Marshal's Task Force. That task force is made up of multiple agencies, so it's unclear right now which direct agencies those 4 officers were involved with. One of them recovering at this point. 3 of them did not survive this incident. We are still waiting to learn so much more about this, and I'm sure we will in the coming hours and days. But that's where we leave this now. And again, just such an emotional environment here in East Charlotte right now. Reporting from Charlotte, Sydney Schofield, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.